Hello, everybody, and welcome to another HustleNHoops team breakdown, where today we're going to be talking about the Denver Nuggets. Now, let's just jump right into it with their big four. Jokic at the top, the powerhouse of this team, absolutely dominating. You got Jamal Murray right next to him. Can he return to Bubble Murray form? Third, we got Michael Porter Jr. Can he continue the offensive production that he's shown us in the past before the injuries, or before this most recent injury? And can he stay on the floor? Number four, we got Aaron Gordon, who's been an absolute monster this season, shooting 61% from the field. Aaron Gordon is not only giving you everything he's got on the offensive end of the floor and has improved in his ball handling abilities, but also is still clamping up your best player on the defensive end. Now, jump right into it. They're 20-11, third in offensive rating at 116.6, 23rd in defensive rating at 113.7, second in assists, 20th in turnovers, second in field goal percentage, first in three-point percentage, and 16th in rebounding. This team overall continues to be an offensive powerhouse. Absolutely just top the league in many different advanced statistics. And, we looked at New Orleans last week with their paint touch points, post touch points, and elbow touch points. Well, when I looked, the Denver Nuggets were actually first in all of those categories. So you look at the supporting pieces for Nikola Jokic this year, and you finally have your two supporting pieces in Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. healthy and on the floor, despite Michael Porter Jr. not necessarily playing as many games as we would like so far. In the games that he's played, he's been relatively productive, and what we've liked to see out of Michael Porter Jr., taking the shots that he always has taken. So, you like to see that. And then with Aaron Gordon, like I said, he's shooting 61% from the field. He's also shooting 39% from three, which is amazing to see for a guy who is just recently developed as, not just an off-ball threat, but now becoming an on-ball threat. And, you give him the ball and you see him be capable of, giving his man a little 1-2 and then driving or then taking the shot. And that is definitely impressive. Now, the free throw percentage you like to see get up, but you can't really complain with Aaron Gordon this year. You really can't complain with Aaron Gordon. Now, you also have Bones Highland kind of struggling from the field. His play doesn't necessarily favor good shooting, but he's a young guard. You're not really hurt by his, 13, 14 points per game on bad shooting. You're not absolutely screwed. Because, you have KCP coming in and shooting well from the field, because that's what KCP does. Since he was in Detroit, KCP has been just an excellent 3-and-D supporting piece. And then Jeff Green has been, pretty good, not shooting amazing from three, but, he has those really great catch and shoot, really fast catch and shoot corner shots. And then you got probably my second favorite player on this team in Bruce Brown. Man, what a acquisition by the Denver Nuggets. What an acquisition by the Denver Nuggets to come in and grab a guy, an ex-Detroit Piston, and Bruce Brown. And, not only is he capable of guarding 1 through 4 on the floor, but he's also, like we'll get into with Jokic later, he is setting screens every play, cutting every chance he gets, and it's just beautiful to watch Bruce Brown play basketball. And when you give Jokic a guy like Bruce Brown who's so active on the floor, it opens up so much more for all the other guys on the team. And we've seen that. We've definitely seen that. Now you have DeAndre Jordan coming in just to increase Jokic's plus minus. Zeke Naji hasn't gotten tons of run, but, it's okay. We'll get there with him. And then Christian Braun has been extremely impressive. Definitely impressive to me. Whether that's his, cutting ability, his driving ability, or just his general toughness, his ability to guard up and despite being a rookie, not being spotlighted, not being either the worst player on the floor or, making mistakes like a rookie, things like that. You definitely love to see out of a young player like Christian Braun. Now, what are we really here for if it's not the deep dive? Jokic, it's your turn. Let's get right into it. So, Jokic. We all know that Nikola Jokic is probably the greatest passer of all time at this point. And as he continues down this streak of dominance, we just have to acknowledge the fact that he's doing it. 98th percentile in assist points per 75. 98th percentile in passing creation volume. 99th percentile in passing efficiency. 99th percentile in box creation. Touch passes, skip passes, handoffs, readjusting in midair, PNR mastery as the handler, transition soccer passes, bounce passes that thread the needlest of needles. Jokic has it all in his playmaking bag. And when you surround him with weapons like Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., and Aaron Gordon shooting 60% from the field, and KCP, fuck yeah, he's going to average 9-10 assists. Wouldn't be surprised by the end of the season if that's closer to 12. This man Jokic is breaking records, going out there, dropping triple-doubles on the regular. He just has this ability to, I'm going to use it again like I talked about with Luka, to manipulate an offense. It's a very important skill that is found in the greats. And for Jokic to continue to play make the way he does, it continues to open up his scoring game more and more. As we see this year, he's in the 95th percentile in total post frequency, but he's in the 99th percentile in post-up impact for 75, in the 99th percentile in stable post-up points per possession. Jokic is just dominating you in the post. He's in the 95th percentile in effective field goal percentage, 97th percentile in true shooting percentage, 97th percentile in points per shot, and 94th percentile in points per possession. Once he has you backed up or faced up, Jokic simply needs to dip into his deep-ass bag of post moves, pivots, fakes, fake shots, passes, etc. He shoots 72% at the rim. So at this point, sometimes he doesn't even need to use his bag. He just goes straight at you. And if he misses, he'll get the rebound and he'll just put it up again. Moses Maloney. But whether it's, like the horn sets we looked at last week, or this week in Shorts and TikTok, or simple post dump-ins, PNR, handoffs. Jokic is in the 86th percentile in scoring possessions per 75. So he's definitely going to not only get his natural looks throughout the game, but will also have multiple sets and variations of those sets with him as the primary scoring option. Now, you look at him in an isolation game, he's in the 95th percentile in total ISOs per 75. 98th percentile in total ISO impact per 75, 91st percentile in total ISO effective field goal percentage, 93rd percentile in stable ISO points per possession. Jokic is going to just, if you leave him one-on-one, which teams are more often not letting him do, if you leave Jokic one-on-one, he's getting a shot off. Simple. He's getting a shot off. And, unless you're the Robert Williams, Jared Allens, Mitchell Robinsons, unless you're the elite of the shot blockers in this game, you are not stopping Jokic in the paint. Now, that's not to say he doesn't move off ball, because Jokic is actually one of the most creative off ball players that we have in this league, with him being in the 91st percentile in off screen share percentage, in the 94th percentile in stable cut points per possession. Jokic is going to maneuver through the floor with intention every time. He's not going to clog the lane. He's not going to get in between a pass. He is genuinely one of the most offensively talented players that we have in this league, and it shows because the off ball is where we really look to see where someone has the ability to find their shot and create shots and offense for themselves. You don't always get the opportunity to have the ball in your hands, and to have a lead guard like Jamal Murray coming back, you want him to continue to get as much run as possible. And that is what Jokic is allowing him to do, setting screens and running the pick and roll with him. 92nd percentile in team roll man share percentage, 96th percentile in team roll man impact per 75. He was in the 88th percentile in screen assists per 75, in the 99th percentile in stable PNR roll man points per possession. Jokic, in my opinion, runs one last major role for the Denver Nuggets. Between himself and, like I mentioned earlier, Bruce Brown, no one sets more down screens, pin downs, curls, back screens, flare screens, flex screens, just screens than Jokic on this team. Jokic runs the offense whether the ball is in his hands or not. Jokic is the play. Jokic is the offense. And that is what is so beautiful and terrifying about this Denver Nuggets team is no matter what, as long as Jokic is running, this team is going to be a top 5, top 10 offense. And this team is going to shoot excellent from the field because how can you not when this man is setting you up every single time, without fail almost. I mean, you really look at, stable live ball turnovers, stable out of bounds turnovers, stable dead ball turnovers, all the types of turnovers. He's in the 0th percentile for all forms of turnovers. Now, do I have that much else to say? No. What am I here for? I don't know. But what I do know is that this man, Jokic, has the capability to, he's shown us, go deep in the playoffs. And unfortunately this year, I just don't know if this is that year. With the way the West is stacking out, I do see teams like the Grizzlies. I do see teams like the Clippers, the Mavs, the Pelicans. I see them being serious issues for this team. And, we're not going to sit here and talk about the negatives about this team because that's I don't really care. That's all I got. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if this made any sense. Wear the little Andre shirt because, it's Jokic. You gotta, But yeah, see y'all in the next one. Peace.